They may be leading in rebounding, but they're not doing anything with it.
Certainly had their chances early.
Switch up on the defense by the Huskies. They're putting so much pressure on Zolman, who's the outside shooter, and then inside they're not getting the shots.
Butts and getting very little penetration. Shot clock down to 2. Zolman, tough shot, in and out. Eli, nice job to put it back up in a hurry. Shira Eli has 6.
Lady Vols' 9th offensive rebound, and they've got to do more of that.
And still, they're down 27-13. Diana Taurasi able to get a breather on the bench. And that's why, with a big lead, and Strother makes it bigger at 30-13.
Well, Sid Spencer, the freshman, really got lost defensively that time and couldn't make up and cover Ann Strother.
5 out of 7 from long range for UConn. Tennessee is yet to hit one. Ashley Robinson got in good position and scores inside. 30-15. Now Conlon will come over and get some instructions from Gino Auriemma to run that motion offense. Jessica Moore will try her luck from 16 feet.
Well, Tennessee gets the defensive rebounds like that, Mike. They also, I think, have to release somebody so they get the ball down a little bit quicker and force Connecticut to get back.
They could certainly use a couple of cheap buckets to get back into this and everything they've had to fight for. Zolman, dangerous pass. Robinson to Butts.
Boy, Connecticut is just really rotating on their defense.
Shot clock down to 2. And is it a shot clock violation first or a jump ball first? Shot clock. Outstanding defensive play by Connecticut. And the 6th turnover for the Lady Vols.
They are rotating so well on that second and third rotation. I think what Tennessee needs to do is not look for that first pass where you would normally go, but go to the second pass or cut it.
Taurasi back in, trying to make a spin move that it knocked away. And Taurasi is held. Last time they played, Taurasi, Strother, and Turner had the lion's share of the points. Tonight, it's more spread out, but the result the same, 30-15.
And that's the thing about Diana Taurasi. You look at her offensive ability, it's the other thing she does to get others involved.
Davis forced a bad shot on the part of Conlon. Knocked out of bounds, it's out to UConn. Or check it out to the Lady Vols. Zolman out of there right now, so if you have to take the outside shot, who takes it? Tasha Butts is a good outside shooter, but she hasn't had a look yet.
Spencer can shoot the outside shot, but she hasn't had a look.
Have to credit the Huskies defense. Again, the shot clock working its way down now at 5. Davis had that one partially blocked by Strother. Offensive rebound, in and out, back in again by Shira Eli.
What's tough for Tennessee, they don't have a player that can really break it down one-on-one and get in the lane and create, and that really hurts them. That's why that shot clock is running down on them.
They have been at the mercy of the zone defense without that penetration. Taurasi screens for Strother. Now back to Taurasi behind another screen. She's in and out on the jumper. Tennessee within shouting distance, down by 13.
You know, this is a second half Tennessee team. They've been down 11 times this year at halftime and have come back to 1.
Including the semifinals against LSU.
Oh, little crossover.
Robinson then couldn't finish. And the rebound went to Moore.
But Robinson doesn't have any confidence in her shot, Mike. She had a wide open 10-footer in the lane.
Connecticut itself content to take a little time off the clock. Speaking of crossovers, and then get rimmed out. What a pretty move by Taurasi.
She is such a good ball handler. It was a hesitation off that dribble that opens her up.
Eli against the double team. Tough pass trying to get it to Robinson. And great help side defense by UConn. They seem to be everywhere against Tennessee. UConn by 13 with 2:53 to go first half. Let's check in with Doris Burke with the legendary Sue Bird.
Thanks, Mike. Sue, you played in this rivalry. Can you describe from a player's perspective what it's like to be in the UConn-Tennessee matchup?
It's a battle. You know, you can expect that every time. You see how they are under the boards. That's how it is. Everybody's going to be really physical, and it's a lot of emotion involved.
Tonight, Diana Taurasi will play her final game as a collegiate athlete. You've played alongside her. In your mind, where does she fit in the context of history?
I mean, obviously she's young, but to me, she's one of the best. No doubt about that. She's obviously accomplished a lot more than anyone out there.
Your evaluation of Connecticut's performance early in this one?
I'm happy, I can tell you that much. I'm cheering a lot. I'm having a great time.
Thanks, Sue. Mike, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Doris. And just an outstanding point guard who followed Jen Rosati, herself a brilliant point guard. Battle after the contact, can't hit the shot. And certainly Connecticut not getting any second opportunities, but they haven't needed them. And Taurasi gets the rebound off the miss.
Well, to go off Sue Bird's comment, a lot of us would concur that Diana Taurasi is one of the best.
Oh, absolutely. I think the only question is she the best? But then you tend to remember you tend to remember the more recent players than players in the past, and sometimes the comparisons get a little bit skewed that way. 30-17. Here's what Tennessee did against LSU. Only 19 points and 29% shooting. They're not doing that well tonight.
The defense has really thrown them. They're 0 for 5 from three-point range, and they can't get the ball inside to drop for them.
No penetration at all. And Zolman, when she's been in there, they really stretch the defense when she gets it to challenge her outside shot. Robinson gets a double team. Nice skip pass. And Zolman hits the three.
That's that skip pass I was talking about. You saw Connecticut drop down low where normally Robinson might have made the pass, but they've made the adjustment to go the other way.
Very effective offensive tool. Cuts the lead to 10. They need a lot more of those. And remember, if Tennessee gets close, they've had 3 miracle finishes in a row. Strother maybe a little out of her range, just nipped the front of the rim. Zolman gets it up to Davis. Oh, nice pass inside. Davis saw Robinson and hit her with a bounce pass. We're down to 8.
Good hands by Robinson, the 6'5" kid going down to get the bounce pass.
A little burst by Tennessee gives their fans some enthusiasm.
The rebounding has been dominated by the Lady Vols. They get out and running. This time their first fast break, and Robinson waits for the defense to go by her, but what a tough pass. Zolman kicking it up, and Latoya Davis keeping it spread. Robinson needs a lot more of those.
And the senior from Grand Prairie, Texas, excited about that. She was 0 for 4 from the floor in the semifinals. And a 9-0 Tennessee run to cut the lead to 8, and that's exactly what they had to have in the closing minutes of the first half.
Connecticut's been settling for some outside shots maybe that they shouldn't be taking.
Connecticut has been complicit in the run. They've missed their last 6.
Pressure defense.
Taurasi always able to find the open man. Down the lane, more travel. The 6th turnover against the Huskies.
Moore made a good move to the basket, but the official saw it another way.
Big possession here for Tennessee. They could cut into this 8-point lead. Jackson's a good outside shooter. Robinson, here comes the double team. Another nice pass and another nice layup. Tennessee may have found something here.
Robinson's getting rid of the ball very quickly, and that ball went through Fluker's hands right into Davis's.
The double team comes. They're getting rid of it in a hurry. Now they get it to Taurasi. 5 on the shot clock into the lane. Kicks it out. Got to put it up, and it won't count. Ashley Battle couldn't get the shot off in time. An 11-0 run for Tennessee, and we have a ball game at the half. It's 30-24. What had been a potential blowout is close again. 33 states empty water into the Mississippi from Minnesota to the Gulf. The final destination of the Great River and the destination for UConn and Tennessee for a women's national championship. 30-24, and UConn came out as usual and passed the ball brilliantly.
They really did. They came out with 7 assists leading to that big lead, and they were looking for each other. I thought they executed their half-court game excellent, and then all of a sudden Tennessee kind of took over. They got the ball inside. Zolman hit the only three-pointer, but really kind of started the ball rolling for Tennessee to get that run going on them. And you can see no points in the last 6.5 minutes for Connecticut. They had balanced scoring with 6 players. Tennessee went on that 11-0 run, but in the paint on those 11 offensive rebounds, they've got 16 points.
And that's our Harley-Davidson game track. 20 minutes to go for a national championship. We check in with Mark Jones.
Yeah, guys, a somewhat buoyant locker room inside for the University of Tennessee. They were very confident as a result of those dying moments of the first half. Defensively, they're talking about talking more on screens, and they want to look maybe to trap Battle, Strother, and Conlon. They were very mad at the fact that Strother had 9 points in the first half. They were 30% on putbacks offensively. Pat Summitt said, "I've never felt better about who we are and what we're going to do." Let's go to Doris.
Mark, Gino Auriemma said that what transpired late in that first half came down to his team losing their focus. He simply told them, we got in too much of a hurry, slow down, and let's get back to executing. Mike?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And Zolman hits the jump shot. What had been a 30-17 lead is now 30-26.
Well, she's got that great shot from Indiana, but once she gets on a roll, she hit that shot in the first half. She's got a lot of confidence.
And that was with a hand in her face. Taurasi held to 6 in the first half, and Tennessee challenging every pass.
And Shira Eli down on the floor. She has had a boot on her foot for the since the NCAA tournament started. But here we see Zolman curling around on the screen down low by Butts, and she squares up as quick as Taurasi.
And Eli very slow to get up and still in some discomfort, and she will limp off.
She comes over the top defensively, and she goes down. Hopefully she'll be okay.
Tennessee's leading scorer goes to the bench.
Now Tennessee is playing very aggressive defense, and Connecticut has to look for their back doors.
Conlon got it inside to Jessica Moore. Good reverse. First basket in over 7 minutes for the Huskies.
With Eli out of the game, Tennessee has gone back with Fluker and Robinson, the bigs.
Big indeed. Davis, outstanding ball handler. And Bucks turned her head and lost the ball.
In the first meeting, Connecticut won on the boards. And there's been 7 games for Tennessee that they have lost on the boards, but they are 5-2.
They are dominating the glass in this one. Great cut, great pass. Jessica Moore with another layup off the pass from Maria Conlon.
When Moore gets on the left side, Mike, she's left-handed, so she's very comfortable going to that side of the basket.
Robinson to Davis. Can't get inside against that swarming defense. Bucks trying to penetrate. Missed the runner. Robinson snatches the rebound. Fluker got it off the glass.
See, I think that the Lady Vols have to continue to go inside. Let Robinson and Fluker post up low. They shoot it, go to the boards.
That's where they have the obvious advantage, and they have used it in the last several minutes.
For Connecticut, they've got to be patient in the offense. Make Tennessee play defense. They're playing aggressive. Is fatigue going to be a factor in this second half? But Connecticut's got to continue to rub those screens.
Taurasi off a screen. Missed a jumper. Offensive rebound to Moore, but she lost it. On the floor, and a jump. Possession arrow will give it back to UConn. Tennessee has been down by 14 this year and come back to win. They have been down by
that was against Stanford.
Double digits several times.
In overtime.
And 11 times they've trailed at the half and come back to win. Another great dish, this time from Turner to Moore. And Moore has 8 points.
As aggressive as Tennessee, Mike, is on the defensive end, Connecticut has to be aggressive, going in the lane, attacking like that on the offensive end. They'll either get the shot, or if the defense rotates, they'll get the pass.
Butts got by Strother, but cut off at the baseline. Zolman got it. Shauna Zolman has 9. And the steal. Zolman for 3. Good again. 36-33.
Latoya Davis on the defensive end. She's the difference maker. Gino Ariema said this is a different team with Latoya Davis out there.
Pat Summitt said sometimes you have to see more in a team than they even see in themselves. They're showing it right now. Conlon off the screen. Shot clock down to 2 and a feed. Moore just making a living with layups.
Nobody was there. Everybody was on the other side of the floor. And man, that was an unbelievable play.
They double team and there's no help. And this is an offensive foul. That's called on Latoya Davis. Let's go to Mark Jones.
Well, guys, they cut the tape on Shira Eli's right ankle right there. They retaped it. Trainer saying that she has a right ankle lateral sprain, but she will be okay to return back to the game. Good news for the Lady Vols, Mike.
All right, thanks, Mark. They're down by 5. 16 minutes to go in this national championship game.
Tennessee switching things up in the zone.
Taurasi. Got it. That's a 3.
They got burned that one time on the defensive end on the man-to-man, and then she went to the zone.
Davis. Robinson tried to keep it alive. Butts kicked it back in bounds, but Taurasi has it. Moore from 17. 1 and done for the Huskies. Tennessee trying to push it, get the tempo up. Davis, nice drive, then blocked from behind by Turner. Fight for the loose ball. Tennessee's gotten them all. Zolman for 3.
And Pat Summer wanted a foul. She was halfway out on the floor.
Zolman was nailed as she put that shot up. Shauna Zolman with 15 points. It's back to 5.
Zolman averaged 34 points in high school.
Taurasi against Davis with the 3. In and out. It's about 3 of those for Diana Taurasi. Here comes Butts. Blocked by Strother. Fouled by Strother.
Diana Taurasi, her freshman year, was 1 of 15 in the Final Four. And she's
the
not
only
that
bad
now.
game in the NCAA tournament she's ever had.
That's right, but the ball is not falling for her now. And she, in a way, she's settling for 3-pointers. She's open, yeah, but she's also the kind of player that can get to the basket, and she can come around curls. She's so effective in the lane when she's coming around those screens, those double staggers.
Butts hits the free throw for her first point of the night.
22 extra time. 23
Butts had a double-double in the semifinals. Knocks down both free throws, 41-38. The outside shooting of Shauna Zolman has keyed this comeback. And Pat Summitt, going for that 7th national title, has a shot.
Shauna Zolman has Tennessee to within 3 points, 41-38 at halftime of the previous game against LSU. Pat Summitt looked her dead in the eye and said, Shauna, you have to decide who you want to be. What Coach Summitt meant was that she has to make a commitment to get open after all. What good is a shooter who can't get herself open? Mike, she's certainly getting some good looks here in the second half.
Mark, she has not missed in the second half. 2 for 2 inside the arc, 2 for 2 on three-point shots. Turner with a power move, left baseline, 43-38 UConn.
The biggest thing for Connecticut is not to panic in their half court. Continue to run your sets. Keep the spacing wide, and you'll get good looks.
Zolman penetrates this time in a bullet pass right off the chest of Robinson, but retained by the Lady Vols. Shot clock down to 7, Butts. And the rebound goes to Jessica Moore.
That's been a huge difference coming out of that timeout. The second chance points, Tennessee's got 12.
Turner with a runner. And Turner has 10.
Connecticut only needs first chance points right now.
Your offense looks a lot better when they all drop. Ashley battle out to try to give Zolman some problems. Butts for 3. Hit the rim twice. UConn ended the half 0 for 6. Now they're starting to catch fire, and Taurasi buries a 3. 13 points for Diana Taurasi, and just like that, the lead is back to double digits. They're on their feet in New Orleans.
Back in New Orleans, where Connecticut has pushed its advantage back to 10. Diana Taurasi doing her best job to exhort them to continue to pile it on. And before we went to commercial the last time, and Gino Auriemma's huddle, he looked at Barbara Turner and he said, "Are you ready to go win this basketball game?" She responded with 2 straight buckets. Diana Taurasi has been encouraging Strother and Turner to step up and be more offensive-minded. They've responded tonight, Ann and Mike.
And Doris, only 13 minutes to go for a national championship. The lead had been 17 early in the ball game. Tennessee has made a couple of runs, and now UConn has extended it back to 10.
And UConn dropping into that zone.
Got the pass inside to Robinson.
Tennessee basket, Ashley Robinson.
Pat Summitt told us at shoot-around today she felt Ashley Robinson had to have a big game, and it's one of the most solid games we've seen her play all year long.
Turner trying to take it in off the dribble again. Out of bounds, that will be out to Tennessee.
Even though Barbara Turner hit those 2 shots, Ashley Robinson and her size and her quick